Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and we are at Fabulous Friday. Yeah, here comes the weekend. Right, today is a DIY art bin project share from the haul that I showed yesterday, and once I've shown you that, I'm going to show you a little bit of a personal haul and also a die that I hauled, I think it was at the beginning of the week, that somebody wanted to see cut out, and that's the Santa head. So I have cut that out in cardstock, and I will show that at the end. Right, first up, had to do it. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I was very ambitious with my pile of dies that I selected yesterday, but I did that one, and then I did the Gingerbread Owl. I did the gingerbread with the little cup, and it's got its little legs and it's sitting down, and it's got a little cookie, which is this. I did the little Lovebirds, which is vintage style, and I also did the thanks, which is a great one, you know, to say sort of like thank you for your Christmas gift or what have you, to pop on a tag or something. And that is what I've done. So first up, it's that cute little stretching gingerbread man. And what I've done there is placed him onto a stamped background that I coloured with alcohol ink markers. Now what you see here is part of the haul that I'm going to share in a second. And that is my cookie die set, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's just a beautiful size. I've done the candy cane there, and the whole thing is done in markers. If you look at the website, he's got sort of like little dots all over his body, you know, to say that he's been baking away happily. Perhaps those are like little bits of sugar that haven't quite melted on the surface or something. But I did stay very true to the website, and I just think he's absolutely gorgeous. He's got a beautiful expression, and you have to excuse me, yeah, it's Friday, while I stretch across the desk and find my ruler. Yes, right. Here we go. Managed to grab it without dropping it. Now I'm going to go from the stem of the cherry, because I've made it according to the website, and it's 4 3/4 inches. And the cane, I tried to do that accurately as well. So you're looking at 2 3/4 inches. But he's just so sweet. Really sweet. I just love that expression. Really cheeky. Right, next up is the Thank You Gingerbread. And I've used a lot of the Creative Path ephemera in a couple of these cards. And like I said, it's a great way to sort of say thanks at Christmas for your gift or what have you. Just love it. Look at the tree on his head. I put little white dots there. I'm not sure whether little white dots should have been there, but I quite fancied a bit of snow, because there's little white dots on the face and little dark dots again. So maybe it's sort of like a dusting of powdered sugar or something. But really cute. I absolutely love it. I do love all my gingerbread stuff. And I have also noticed... I'll just measure that first before I start digressing. Fraction over 4 inches. That DIYARTBIN has started doing some gorgeous prim gingerbread and snowmen and what have you. So if you like the real sort of like vintage style Americana gingerbreads, they've got some gorgeous dies by 2 1/4 inches. There, you see, I remembered to measure while talking. Oh dear. Right, next up, let's have a little break from Christmas, and I've done the Lovebirds, and these are based on a retro image, which I think was a greeting card from the 1940s, and I decided to get a bit brave, and I put it onto a black background with red roses, and the whole thing once again is coloured in using markers. So it is really cute. And if you like to paper piece, you will enjoy this one. It's a fraction under 4 inches wide. And it doesn't bother me that it's hanging off the edges of that portrait frame. And you'll notice I've used it a few times. And I do like to do that when I buy dies. I mean, I don't want to just, buy them and put them down. I want to be able to use them. So I've used it a couple of times today. And here is the second time that I've used it. And that is the little gingerbread hugging the cookie. And I have used my stamp here and put a load of little stamps and gone off the edge. And also stamped on the heart. But there's the little frosting topping. And as usual, I've just got to have a little bit of fluff or dry glue or something on my card. But there you go. But isn't that cute? And I stayed true to the colours on the website as well, apart from deciding to dot my little snowflakes everywhere, because I just thought it needed it. Right, from the point of the frosting down, we are looking at 3.5 inches. And then if we go across on that one, that is 3.75 inches. And once again, as I said, I use the portrait frame because I just think it's a really pretty and useful die. Right, so that is that one. Try and squeeze them all into the picture. And then last but not least, a lot of Creative Path ephemera on this one. And it is the Owl Gingerbread. Once again, I use nothing but markers, being really good. And I am on goal now to get that lovely new set of markers, whichever one I choose for my Christmas present. And I keep looking at reviews on Amazon. I keep going on AliExpress. And I don't know whether I'm going to get the Touch New or if I'm going to get the Oh Hoo Hoo, however you say it. But yeah, I keep going back and forth. But what I did with this piece of ephemera, the Merry Christmas, is attached to the lamppost, which would have been behind the owl's head. So I chopped it off so I could stick it up there. And then to hide my little error, I put a sprig of holly from the same ephemera pack. But I just think it's absolutely darling. So if you love birds and if you love gingerbreads, then, this is definitely one for you. Right, we have 3.1/8 inch. And if I go across the head is the biggest part. It's almost 2.75. But just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's an absolute pleasure when you're making things like this. It puts a smile on your face because they're just so wonderful. I don't want to lose them out of the image because they're so cute. Staring over at my camera. Right, so now I am going to go into my personal haul. And this is what I hauled at the beginning of the week. And this is the Santa Claus die. And somebody said, can you please cut it out? And so I did. And that is what it looks like cut out. But I haven't poked out the pieces. There are a couple of pieces there to poke out, which are the eyes. You can see those little bits there. And you've also got one little space area there that pokes out on the hat. You can leave them in like I've done, or you can just poke them out. So I've done that, and I did say that I would do it, and I have done it. Right, and next up is an ornament die that I kind of ummed and ahed about for a little while, and I thought, no, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to try it and see what it's like. So I did cut one out because I wanted to have a good look at it. And it's this, and it is huge. Put it down in my hand there. It's the size of a Christmas ornament. I will measure it for you. They've got all kinds of different characters, 4.25 inches. And then if I go moustache to moustache, it's 3 inches. So it is a really, really lovely size. And because you've got the loop, it can just be a tag. But anyway, I was digressing again. There's the one that I cut out. I just doubled up the moustache. I trimmed it off from the base and curled it up so that it's dimensional. And it's not showing very well because of the bright light. But I think that's quite sweet. But they've got cats and fish and stars, and they've got all sorts of things on there. So some really great character Christmas baubles. Right, now then, I use Joy on this card using my new cookie alphabet, and this is what it looks like. It's a 1-inch alphabet. It's just really, really sweet. So it's got all the different sorts of piping and frostings and whatnot. Fabulous if you cut it out of Dollar Tree foam board. On here, it's just cut out of cardstock, and I coloured it with my markers. And you can see the rest of them there. I coloured it in while it was still in there. But if I zoom in, you can see it looks like it separates, but it doesn't. It embosses. And if I stretch across my desk again, this is why it's important to have Manami markers, you know, these little gel pens. They're quite cheap. You get about 30 or 35 in a box for about $20. And sometimes you can get them even cheaper from AliExpress or from Amazon on these pens. But if you want to go in and do a detail that's that fine, I'm just going to pop the cap on this. See if I can hold it in the air and show you without having a disaster. But it's such a tiny nib that you can, so I'm doing this without being able to see. Do you see what I mean? Tiny nib, so that you can colour in stuff like this and you can get it done like I've done there. You can just go in and you can dot your pens and you can do your squiggles. So that is my gingerbread cookie alphabet, and I really like that. That's going to get a lot of use because it's great for birthday and for Christmas when you're doing like birthday cakey things. And then next up I've got stamps, and these are ATC size, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. If I can grab a piece of cardstock and put it behind, I wonder if that'll work. Maybe not. If I turn it over, there you go. It's a dress pattern, and then you've also got a dress, which isn't showing very well there. And then you've got sort of like quilting and sort of like sewing bits on there. It's got domestic goddess, corset eyes and hooks, little button packets, and I don't know what that says. Quilting and plain sewing taken in here. Oh, it's like a little shop sign. Oh, that's really cute actually. So these are ATC size. And next up, another ATC size, and it's another sewing one where I've got the vintage sewing machine, the scissors, that gorgeous little button pack there, and then you've got sewing labels, a little spool of thread, you've got a little elephant needle thing, and you've also got your tape measure. But just perfect for your ATC, as I said. Really sweet. Then another one which is ATC or card size, or for a journal or what have you. Little bottles of poison. Who doesn't want a bottle of poison? Now, obviously, I'd ordered these for Halloween, but they came a little bit late, but that's okay because I like them. Really like those. Make a fabulous alternative Halloween card to put a sort of like dying flower or something in a bottle of poison with whatever characters and stuff that you got going on. And what else did I get? That's it. Yeah, that is my lot. And it is Friday. Right, I can tell you that next week is a big week. It's a huge week for the sellers on AliExpress, and it's the 11/11 sale. So if you've got stuff in your basket, remember to keep collecting your coins and your coupons, and when you check out next week, make sure that you're applying all of your coupons. If you find that you're not getting the discounts that you think you should be getting, make sure that you've put the correct quantity from that store in your basket to get those coupons. So, I mean, if anybody needs any help or assistance, I can always write below if you're having problems. Like somebody did ask, I think it was Marilyn, about how do you use the coins. Well, save them all up, cash them in as coupons, or use them as cash against your purchases on AliExpress. But Monday we'll start off the 11/11, and I'll be up with a design team haul from Creative Path. and I'll be trying to make a Thanksgiving card out of some of that haul to show along with it, because I haven't really done much Thanksgiving. And then on Tuesday it's a whole new release from KS Craft and projects, and then I'm hoping on Wednesday I have some brand new designs which are seriously cute, and I'm not just saying that, they really are cute, and some of them are miniaturized versions of Christmas items that I've done already, which makes them really sweet. So hopefully that will be on Wednesday. And then on Thursday I think I've got a mega haul coming in from MX Art, so of course there's going to be some projects there. So if you're worried about buying or want to know how stuff looks, then just keep coming back here, because you know I always try to complete. I don't just show you a die, I don't just show you a stamp. I really do genuinely try to do as much as I can, and if it doesn't work I'm able to tell you about it. But these are all perfect, and you have a perfectly wonderful weekend. As usual, all links below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.